Previously on Part 5 of the Sheltowee Trace fastest known time. We begin our day at 2:30 a.m., leaving Laurel River Lake and head into the technical Cumberland Falls section. After a nice aid stop at the Visitor Center, we try to make up some time on an easy road section as we near the final 100 miles. I may have finally figured out what is causing so much pain in my feet, and we make some drastic changes to my fueling strategy. Adapt and overcome. That has kind of been the mantra of this FKT. We pass by Barren Fork, Flat Rock Church, Yahoo Falls, and finish the day about 10 miles short of our goal at Alum Campground as a huge thunderstorm settles in, threatening my attempt. Thanks for joining us for day 6 of my supported FKT on the Sheltowee Trace. Good morning. It is Friday morning at 2:40. I don't know if you can hear the rain in the camera, but it has been pouring all night since we set up camp. We actually set up camp in the rain. We were about ready to call it because it was raining so hard, but it's down to just a sprinkle now. I'm sure the trail is going to be a complete mess, but I finally feel a little bit better, and I'm ready to go try to finish this thing up. So we got 6.4 miles down to Yamacraw Bridge. I'll fill you guys in on all the other details as soon as it gets daylight. Let's get rolling.
Leonidas?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Yamacraw!
We are at Yamacraw. Jason just took off toward the Rock Creek Ford. Curious how he's doing up there. And it is raining. We stayed at Alum Campground last night. Jason probably got an hour or two of sleep before we took off here for the Yamacraw Bridge. Leonidas and I just met him here and gave him coffee and a smoothie for breakfast. And yeah, he's gonna try to make a big push today and tomorrow and set this FKT. Let's see what happens.
I'm here at the Rock Creek crossing. And it looks like I got a rope here to follow across. It's not really needed, it looks pretty shallow. A lot of fog this morning. It's about, I know you probably can't see it through the camera because it's only 5:30 a.m. Oh, 50 feet across, and looks like it's only gonna be ankle deep. Maybe up to the calves at the deepest. Yeah, it's kind of handy having this rope here because you kind of lose your balance walking across here. Yeah, it wasn't even up to my calves, maybe 10 inches deep right there. We made it. Now we're heading up to the Wilson Ridge reroute that I've never been on. It was finished a couple years ago.
So we're up here at Bob Ross Road where the Kentucky hiking trail starts. Jason seems like he's in good spirits. He's moving pretty good this morning. We're expecting him anytime now. So we're cooking a little soup and getting ready to go again. So if he needs or wants one of us to jump in, I'll probably jump in first today.
Jason made it. Time for soup and refuel.
Probably just do a sock and shoe change and some coffee. Good morning. I just passed the Blue Heron Bridge just a couple hundred yards ago. I forgot to get the camera out. So I'm deep into the Kentucky Trail, working my way to Dick's Gap area for an aid stop. It's probably going to be a very minimal aid stop because I think they have to carry everything into the Kentucky Trail. I hit the trail at 2:45 this morning, like I mentioned earlier, and I just hit mile 14. I've been kind of fading the last couple miles. It's getting hard to keep a good pace. Got a long ways to go on this trail. So I've been crunching the numbers, and if I can go all day and even through the night, and finish everything by 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, I'll get 5.9 days. I'm sorry, 5 days, 23 hours. So that's the A goal right now, is to go sub 6. And I think I'd still have time to take a 2-hour nap in there. As long as I can keep moving 3 miles an hour, that's the problem. So we'll see as we get closer and closer. We'll keep re-crunching the numbers and try to find out if we can still do sub 6. There's still a chance that it won't happen, and I might be a few hours over 6 days. But at this point, with all this rain and miserable weather and mud, it is what it is. We'll keep plugging away. Whoa, they got some big rocks on the Kentucky Trail. Man. Feel like I'm in another world.
So we're going to change Jason's name from Jason Wish to Jason Weather, because every time we get to a spot and wait for him, it'll be clear. Like when we got here, you could see the stars. It was beautiful. No rain, no clouds, nothing. Starts getting close to time for him to be here, starts drizzling every single stop. So we're just waiting. We got food ready. He should be here any time now, and then we will pack up and move up to Ledbetter, I believe, and then keep going. So keep you up to date.
Alrighty, thanks for the aid, guys, here at Dick's Gap. I'll see you at
Cemetary.
Waters Cemetery.
Yep.
In 3.5 miles.
3.5.
Oh yeah,
All right,
ready for eggs.
let's do it. Sounds good. It's a long, long road on the Kentucky hiking trail. I'm probably only like a third of the way through this trail. It's so long. I think it's like 20 miles. And my left knee's acting up. We'll keep on pushing. I'll do my best. Currently 7 hours in on today. And I was doing really good first 6 hours. And then I was hungry. I had a couple miles before I needed to stop, so I took some honey stingers, caffeinated honey stingers. And I'm telling you, I went downhill since I took those. It's gotta be the electrolytes. First it went to my knee. My knee is swollen up and so much pain I can barely get down steps. And now it's in my feet again, both feet. I mean, I'm at a crawl right now. Gosh. I was flying this morning. It felt so good. I was in one of those highs, ready to just crush this thing and get it over with and break 6 days. Now I'm in a deep low, wondering how I'm even going to finish in the next 25 hours. Am I going to have to endure 25 hours more of misery? I got another aid stop here in 2 miles. I'm going to lay down, put some ice on my knee, change out my shoes to dry shoes and socks. I don't know what to take. I'm out of energy. I'm gonna take a Coke, drink some Coke for some caffeine, but I'm not taking any electrolytes or salts. It's gotta be that. And do I risk taking some Advil, ibuprofen, for the swelling and the pain? I might have to try that and see what happens. I'm hoping that's not the issue. I think it might have been the acetaminophen, Tylenol.
All right, as you can see, the sun has decided to grace us with its presence now that Jason's away from us. So we're here at Waters Cemetery. We're going to cook him up some breakfast and get some good calories in him since he's not using Tailwind or Scratch right now. We think he's a little behind on calories. So we're going to try and load him up with some fats and carbs and see if we can get this thing turned around. We're still going to potentially try to go hard today, as hard as possible, and to see what shakes out. So we're actually ahead of all the No Business 100 folks, so it's been interesting to see all the pin flags and there was a lit trail down to the aid station at Blue Heron, and so that was cool. We were trying to figure out what the lights were floating around in the air. So anyhow, it's just a little update on where we're at. So you may ask, what does the support crew do? Well, right now, while we're waiting for Jason, who should be here in the next 10 to 20 minutes, we're getting ready to unpile a bunch of this crap out of the back of the truck. And then we're going to cook some breakfast. So then once we do that, we'll make sure that all his flasks are ready to go. Taking breakfast down, let me swing it around. The trail meets over there, so we'll meet him out there with the chair and some food. And then we will, when he gets done and moves on, we'll come back here, clean up. And then at some point today, once the sun comes out a little bit more, it's out in some spots, just not where we're at. We need to take his tent and get it set up, let it air out and dry. We've got some other damp stuff in there. We're gonna get everything dried out and get all that ready to go again for tonight. And that's what we're gonna do. So figured you guys might be curious what we do while we're waiting in between. Sometimes we'll take a nap if we feel like it. This time we decided we hadn't really eaten much today. So we were trying to get calories up, since at some point one of us will jump in and start running with Jason. So, all right.
So about a mile, 2 miles before I came to you guys, I was hungry.
Yeah.
And I found caffeinated honey stingers in there. Slowly went downhill as soon as I ate those things. And I've been in freaking pain since the aid stop. My knees and feet, my feet feel like they have been when I've been running with you.
In the evenings, yeah.
It's electrolytes.
And made caffeine
I don't need
too.
any salts or electrolytes. It's got to be potassium or magnesium or whatever's in there.
Cool. Let's try to keep it natural, no crazy stuff.
Real food, apple juice or apple cider and water. Coke. I don't think it's sugar, but it could be because I had Reese's.
Nice. Well, we got you
I
the
doubt a Feces is gonna do it to you.
Farmer's Especial. Show everyone what we fixed up for Jason here. These are some little Starbucks eggs and Gruyere and bacon bites with sausage. We got some hot coffee.
Good stuff.
We got a sweaty, tired hiker about to set an FKT on the Sheltowee Trace.
These guys are telling stories about their dreams in my truck last night.
The support crew, tag team sleeping in the truck.
Bag of ice on the knee. What kind of eggs are these?
It's just yellow egg with Gruyere cheese.
Okay, it's like a little egg souffle, kind of almost like a quiche, and then some sausage, and some Coke, and some curcumin and turmeric with vitamin C.
Here at the Ledbetter trailhead, got our aid station set up right next to a race aid station. There is a 100-mile race here at the Big South Fork today that we are going to be crisscrossing with occasionally.
Just finished up my aid stop here at Ledbetter, and it happens to also be the aid station, one of the aid stations for the No Business 100 happening today. And they even got a fire here. What an awesome aid station, because Blue Heron is currently closed and they have to run through the river. This is the first aid stop, I don't know, 4 or 7 miles away from the river, so they can get warmed up tonight. All right, ready to roll? I'll finish up here, heading to Peters Mountain next.
Well, I just left the house at 10:40 a.m. on October 20th, going south to see what I hope is a victorious FKT for Jason. I'm in my old Jeep Liberty, so I can tow it back behind Jason's truck. This way, he doesn't have to drive home alone. And if he's tired and miserable, he can take a cat nap. I just hope the old girl makes her to Tennessee. Look out!
All of them are slick. My foot ended up going in.
Really?
Yep. I went that way and hit that one and boom. Temperature's perfect. Great breeze. Man. I'm making around 15-minute miles, I believe. I'll have to look at the splits later, but trying to get to our aid stop.
All right, we're moving a little bit better now. Not a lot, but a little. Trying to keep it under a 15-minute mile as much as I can. Got about 7 miles to Peters Mountain. A huge aid stop for the No Business 100. So maybe I can slip in there and grab some of their goodies.
Beautiful Tunnel of colors. Running up the hill of death. Walking up the hill of death, I should say.
Yeah. All right, our aid stop here is in the middle of the road. Been eating some watermelon. Got some ale-8, some cheesy broccoli soup, and ooh, some pierogies again. Been rolling out my feet and calves with this roller. Feels really good. My feet are getting really sore again. I'm gonna have to take some more ibuprofen. But yeah, I've just been rolling everything out real good with this. And getting off my feet for a few minutes. Yeah, we got 2.5 miles, so just like less than an hour, to Peters Mountain Trailhead. And then, oh, I forget now. It's like another 5 or 6 miles to the Divide Road, which will be in Tennessee. And we're gonna stop there. It should be dark by then. Take a little cat nap there for an hour or two, and then get up and push the 13 miles to Cherritt Creek Lodge, on the other side of Cherritt Creek Lodge, up to the top of the hill where you can get vehicles. So that's kind of our tentative plan right now. Hopefully that works out. And that will set us up for 27 miles tomorrow morning to finish this thing up.
Wish I could be in the other lane. Well, we're well into Kentucky, but I suppose it could be worse. I could be walking hundreds of miles.
Take exit 11. Then
Hey,
right
here we are, exit 11. I remember this exit when I was coming down last time to film on N21, when I was having to do it
at the fork.
incognito.
We've been going down, 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 deep into this rock formation with a little waterfall. So we are currently working our way down towards the state line near Great Meadows Campground, and then up to Divide Road for a little nap. Got 9 miles to get there. We should get there around 7 p.m. Then we'll get up an hour or two later and make the 13-mile trek to Cherritt Creek Lodge. Well, the other side, up to the top of the hill at Cherritt Creek Lodge. That is the plan right now. I'm hoping to be able to stick with that because that allows me to finish tomorrow in the daylight. That's my goal. So I want to finish this thing up tomorrow night by supper time. Cannot wait. Fortunately, we got a log in the center of the creek. This can be a difficult place to keep your feet dry. Man, that's pretty. Raccoon Creek. So we're almost to Great Meadows Campground up ahead here, maybe a mile or two. And then there'll be 2 campgrounds. One's directly across the river. I think that one's a Deer Loop. And then you go down the road a little ways across the road, and there's one called Raccoon Loop. Very nice little primitive campgrounds. And I've stayed at each of them one night in the past. The first time was during my 100-mile challenge, before I've ever even did an FKT attempt. I started at Southern Terminus and had these grand plans to go all the way to Cumberland Falls. It was before there was the Kentucky Trail reroute section. So it was, you know, pretty close to 100 miles or 103 or something like that. Made it to mile, well, I made it to here, whatever this is, like 53 or something like that. And had to bail. Had hot spots all over my feet. It was brutally hot. It was like 90 degrees all day. And the other time I was down here is when I camped out before crewing or pacing Michael Stutzman during his attempt 2 years ago.
I'm driving to Dividing Ridge. Jordan and Jason are hiking that 9 miles. We're gonna meet up there. Should be right around dark. I'm setting up camp. We're going to sleep for about an hour, maybe 2. I don't remember which. I think an hour-ish. Then we're gonna get up and we're pushing to Cherritt. So I've been talking with the colonel. He may show up here because it's going to be 7 something when the boys get there. So what's going on?
I'm hoping I can track Leonidas's Garmin and find the truck. I'm hoping there's cell service up here that I can do that, and I'll catch the truck on down the road a little ways. So that's my goal. Of course, my luck, when I go to track Leonidas, he'll probably be pacing Jason, and they'll be right next to one another. Now, I know I said this on the Susquehannock Trail, but you wouldn't believe how fast you have to drive to catch a guy who's walking, and I stand by that to this day. That is a true colonelism fact.
All right, little shot of camp. I'll swing over here first. Duplex is set up, making sure it gets all dried out from the rain last night. Toweled it off a little bit, just some wet spots that were sticking, but it's dry inside. Got the quilt just kind of airing out in the pad, because I don't know, those just always, when it rains, to me, always get kind of funky. So I'm letting it get some air on it. Spin you around. I should have asked, but I didn't what we're doing for dinner or what Jason wants for dinner. But it's cooling off. It's supposed to be like 41 in the morning, but we'll be moving before then. So
Great Meadows Campground. Right there is where I sat, waiting on Michael Stutzman. And I camped over in that site. Yeah, I've been over here several times. A lot of fond memories here. Right here is where I officially became an end-to-ender for the very first time. My 100-mile challenge hike ended here coming north. And then on my first FKT, when I arrived here going south, I became an end-to-ender. Very pretty. Well, we're making our way down to the Kentucky-Tennessee border, about a half-mile away. Yeah! We are at the Kentucky-Tennessee border. Woo! Awesome. A pretty major milestone. Sheltowee Trace. Oh my goodness, we still have like 2 miles to go up to Divide Road to where our camp is for tonight. I am exhausted. I'm gonna lay down for a couple hours and get some sleep.
Miller! Hey! I can't believe I didn't think you'd come here. Oh man, I've been waiting forever.
Howdy guys. Colonel, nice to finally meet you. I'm Jordan.
I'll shake your hand in a minute. I gotta film Jason for Kristen. Man, there he is.
Hey. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
42 and a half mile day.
42 and a half mile day. Not
Started
looking
at
too bad.
2:30 in the morning.
Nice. 2:30. Beautiful. Oh, now he's gonna keel over.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat and go right to bed.
Oh, say hi to your wife, because I'm gonna send her this.
Hey, Chris. Oh, you're gonna send her a live photo?
Well, I'm gonna put it on YouTube and I'll send her the private link. Yeah.
Hey, are you still recording?
Yeah.
Hope you're having a good time down there. Wish I was with you. Oh, it sounds so amazing laying on the beach. I'm freaking toast, man. I have nothing left, but somehow I got to muster up 52 more miles tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
55, whatever it is.
Man, he's stumbling like a drunkard.
Okay, I wonder if that's enough time.
That's only 2 hours if you wake up at 11.
Yeah. Okay, so if
We
we
did
get
the math and
it's
it's
44 miles, right?
It is 44 miles.
According
and
to
we said-
Gut Hook.
We said it was going to be 17 hours at our pace.
Oh yeah,
And you accounted for breaks and
yeah.
breakdowns.
So if we start at midnight, noon the next day is 12. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 o'clock. We talked about being done at 3 o'clock. Shooting for 3. 5 was our contingency plan. And very last resort, 6:59 to go under 6.5 days.
Was this plan Z? How many plans have we had so far? I was wondering, we gotta be getting down there.
And
I would
plans
say-
change every day.
Oh, I figure they change multiple times a day.
Yeah, the plan is just adapt constantly.
Yep, well that's the, yeah, be flexible, roll with the punches. Very good.
Let's see what we got today. It was only a 42 mile day. I mean, for an FKTer, that's a pretty small day, but I don't know why it took so long. Getting slow in my old age, I guess.
I guess so.
Okay, we got a little bit of swelling, a little bit of piglet toes, some sock grime in there.
Ew.
All right, what do we got here? Okay, it's not bad. I mean, I had big softball puffy ankles 3 days ago.
Okay.
So the compression socks sleeves help. I've been wearing my compression sleeve down here like a sock instead of up on my calf. Yeah, not bad. So I'm gonna go into bed now and I'll massage them really, really good. Like knead them like dough.
Oh boy.
Get all the edema pressed out of there, back into my bloodstream, wherever it goes.
You just don't want to lance it and drain it out?
I'll save it for you.
Oh,
Mix it in my next aid stop.
oh my.
Give me fuel for the trail.
Amputate.
Gotta amputate. Jordan thinks we gotta amputate.
Lop it off. Keep moving.
Oh my. Well, it could have been worse.
We are here at Divide Road. About a 42.5 mile day. We're gonna bed down for 2 hours and wake up and hit the trail hard and start working our way towards the finish. We have a surprise visitor standing here. Who could it be? Who could it be?
Woohoo!
It's the Colonel! The Colonel made it.
I made it 5.5 hours down.
He surprised me here on Divide Road. I knew he was on his way down, but I did not think he was coming here because originally we were just gonna sleep for an hour and hit the trail. But I think we're gonna try 2 and we'll see how I feel. I feel pretty alert and excited to get done, but I'm in pain and I'm very sore and I know I couldn't push hard right now. So need a little reset and rest and we'll get back at it. Alrighty folks, we'll see you tomorrow morning for the final day of 2023 Sheltowee Trace supported FKT. Here's what's coming up next in the grand finale as I make my final push towards the southern terminus. I'm all suited up and ready to roll for this final push. Approximately 45 miles to the end. I'm so ready to wrap this thing up. Just a half marathon of suffering left and it'll all be over. Oh, man, I am spent. Man, that is gorgeous. Wow. I don't have much left. I'm emptying the tank.
The Colonel and I have set up the last aid station before the end. We're waiting for Jason and Jordan to come in.
Nope, we're done. Come on.
All right, let's go.
Let's go get that T-bone steak. I'm ready to bring this thing home once and for all.
Are you gonna finish this today? It seems like you're dragging it out.
I'm gonna freaking stab you like a dart.
All right, hammer down.
Yep, see you guys.
See you, bud.
On the other side.
Staring up the bottom end of the Sheltowee Trace. Waiting for it to discharge Jason Wish from its week-long grasp.